Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to ZEPHON, where today I think we're going to take a run at this city. I don't know that this is enough units to do it, but I think we may as well. Like, I was thinking about it, and while I am loath to just like run up against the walls and guns that a city has on it, we did totally lose a city to just a mass of basic infantry in the last game, right? We are probably going to need to produce more units here. Let's get on that, because like one thing that's true about the Ishim is, despite the fact that they are kind of unimpressive in terms of sustained damage, they're very annoying to kill, right? Because we can let one of them get hammered down to pretty low health by the city guns, then hit cauterized, then let them get pounded down to pretty low health again, then withdraw them, while all the rest of them are free to, you know, attack as they want, and then you can do it again with the next one. Like they're very durable. So we're gonna take advantage of that as best we can, I guess, and probably we're gonna lose some of this territory out here. I probably overextended myself a little bit. And while doing that, you know, continue trying to expand our research abilities and whatnot, and we'll see what happens. It would be cool to knock out a city. I don't know how many cities ZEPHON has, but it would be cool to take one down. And keep in mind that that is all it is. In a lot of games, a lot of these kinds of games, like, you know, conquering another player's city is a huge power boost because you gain a bunch of stuff you didn't have to pay for. But since here it's just removing the city from the other player and then it burns down, it's a little bit less of a path to victory. It's a path to losing for someone else, which is still important. Okay, let's figure this out. We gotta get some murders done here. So
I'm not dying today.
unfortunately, this thing's real tough. Is it just a lot of armor? It is 6 points of armor, and we don't have a great way of reducing that, although the Chaotic Exterminator apparently is just going to absolutely fuck it up. I mean, this laser cannon is really, really strong against single bodies, I guess. Obviously, when it is in high value mode.
This body feels more capable. This will hurt, I promise.
Okay. So that handles that thing. Level up for you.
Nice and easy.
And I guess evasion processor. And then we can go ahead and approach. How much? This is 6 HP, so I guess we may as well hit the trauma kit, right? Get it cooling down. And then
No such thing as safe anymore.
perhaps it is time to approach. It's a little bit risky to approach with the militants.
You said something.
I do want to be a little bit cautious. We haven't taken a lot of damage from the city yet. It has a 3-tile range, can target units on or adjacent to city tiles. Okay, it has, so this thing has actually kind of an unusual defense mechanic, and I had not clicked on it before, so I didn't realize exactly what the rules for that were. You guys really want to get back and heal. We don't have a great way of doing that. I picked up another trauma kit. That's right. Well, I mean, you may as well take it. There's no reason not to.
This isn't the world I knew.
We kind of need to fall back and open up a path for our other units here. So let's move the assassin to there.
I'm not dying today.
I might just have you guys stay put and try to heal. Obviously, a significant part of this as a play is trying to bait the sentries into a worse counterattack position. You're pretty healthy, and mostly what we would want for you to do is to get out of the way.
Processing requested coordinates.
And in this position, you should not
No
be
such
vulnerable
thing as safe
to
anymore.
perimeter defenses.
I think I can do that.
Okay, you are weak, so there's no reason not to fire now, and we do drop a body by doing so.
Ain't no such thing as
Make
safe
things a little
anymore.
bit safer. You also hold position. Oh, nope, never mind. Cicadas.
Yeah, all right.
Everywhere that I would like to heal, everywhere that makes sense to hide in and heal is fucking cicada'd up. And I don't know, there's not anything we can do about that, right? We don't have a way of dealing with them. The cicadas are actually really interesting as a way of, like, to prevent a fortified position from becoming a long-term strategic concern. Like, the way it motivates movement is actually really interesting.
Fine. Whatever keeps
All
it
right, you try to heal up.
That's in reach.
Because, like, even in the small scale, like, what spaces are safe to remain on and what spaces are valuable to remain on is a thing that changes really rapidly, and I think that's very cool.
That's in reach.
All right, we are going to withdraw. Ah, damn it. Must you, random assholes, just...
Die now.
I'm trying to get out of here. I don't believe I'm actually going to be able to hold this stuff. But unfortunately, our movement is extremely curtailed.
Kill them before they kill us.
All right, we're getting a little bit of bloodshed. You need to run more than this, and you are not allowed to do so. Why am I not allowed to conjure bleed? No valid targets. Some of the tiles around here. Okay. So the creates bleed. Deals damage each turn. Yeah, like that. I would think I would be able to just like throw it down over there. We can run to the bleed. And just, I mean, this guy's just dead. Yeah, there's nothing for it. We're gonna die to just raw fire damage. That's a shame. All right, we're doing what we can over here. We're about to start building some more research buildings in the forests. Now that building research buildings in the forest is super good. We got a nice concave going here.
We can't take much more of this.
This must be some kind of scanning move or something. Okay, our ally is able to crouch in our outpost without handing it over to, without taking it over. We get to keep control of it. That's actually really rad. Who do you? I mean, it's got to be the romantic, right? He's the only person that we still have a trade agreement with. I'm not going to do that. I'm trying so hard to maintain some kind of diplomatic ties.
You said something. I think I can do that.
Okay. Go, 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 go. We're basically just completely getting out of here.
Yeah, all right.
You
There's
said
a handy little road, and we will use it to get to freedom.
something. I think I can do that.
All right, more research labs. So we can fill this tile with research labs and then go back and build the power structure later. I think that makes sense. I hope that makes sense.
Processing updates.
So the big laser only does half damage during off turns, but that's still quite significant. The flamethrower has some splash, starts fires, obviously, which is pretty significant as well. And if launched from here, doesn't give us doesn't give the city the opportunity to attack us.
Processing requested coordinates. Shifting to offensive platforms.
I have to say, this thing is pretty impressive.
Counting down to the key.
I am enjoying its use tremendously. You guys kind of can't move. I might just keep the hold position on because, like, they're not doing good damage at this distance anyway.
You said something.
You guys have your full power back again, which is pretty rad. I think I want to step
I
up.
think I can do that. This is what I was made for.
Okay, so we got them down to just one. Obviously, their morale is in shambles. This still wouldn't matter.
I'm not dying today.
Is this... Okay, so these tiles back here don't have cicadas. Or wait, the hero can move around to here. I don't know what I'm thinking. This tile is totally safe from the city's replenish or
This will hurt.
retribution. So let's drop you XP for everybody.
Just go down nice and easy.
Yeah, y'all just hold up. How much movement do the hammerheads have? 5 points of flying movement. Yeah, they basically can be anywhere at any time. Alright, well, there's no sense in attacking the city. We're doing our best to keep the number of enemy units low. 4 turns until the engineers are done. Or until the engineer research is done. Okay, they are setting my hero on fire, which I don't love. Neutrals are trying to lay a trap for my splenetics, and my allies are doing their best to not let that occur.
Yeah, got it.
I'm here, or what's left of me is.
Can you not move to... Okay, here we go.
That's in reach.
We are absolutely not going to allow this to happen.
We can scavenge them for spare parts.
You do not get to kill my
I'm here,
militants. We are
or
going to
what's
keep
left of
pushing.
me is.
This area is really tough. All right, well, we'll hit the other trauma kit. No reason, no reason not to, right?
Processing updates.
He is actually they've taken up more defensible positions. Is this okay? This is a non-cicaded tile.
That's in reach.
Counting down to the kill.
I mean, we may as well take up cover
This
positions.
isn't the world I knew. Yeah, all right.
I think running you guys back to an actual outpost for a second is probably a good
Ready
idea.
for the human race.
You're not injured, so
Knew I should have stayed home today.
fall back to cicadas. Not so bad of an idea. Hey, there's no way we're going to be able to hold that, but I think a little bit of a fallback to like cover and defensible positions here might be advisable. We can do some healing. We can wait as these other units come in, and then we can push again from the one side and try to limit their ability to counterattack, because we can take up these positions, these tiles that have cover, and fight the city from there. I mean, and as it is, we're getting a lot of levels, we're getting stats and stuff. I think I am going to have the exterminator. So the exterminator doesn't benefit from the cover anyway. Well, it's unaffected by roads, rivers, and bleed, and can move over water. But the definition of cover says non-large units, right? So that's why that wouldn't work. It does appear to be affected by the movement values, since it's not high enough above the ground, I guess.
Vector established.
Let's just have you park right here for the moment. You're in Overwatch. Let's see what happens. I'm actually kind of curious. Will they pursue? Oh, they have other stuff they're fighting.
Human race.
And hey, what's up? Units from the Anchorite. Acrid zealots that are
Intelligence is at your disposal.
friendly enough. gain in more meat harvest over here. Do we need to meat harvest? We are at 8 population with only 6. Yeah, we're doing fine on population, actually. There's no reason for us to push that. So is this the turn, since they just pulled back and had to fight something down here, is this a turn where we just push up and start threatening? Let the hero lead. Throw up the evasion processor, have her run in first, and that'll provoke the defense weapons. No, it won't. She has stealth. Never mind.
This will hurt.
When she does this, does it provoke the defense weapons?
Ready.
No, she just never does. That's pretty rad. It's pretty fun to be her. So somebody's going to then.
I'm here. All that's left of me is.
I kind of want to have these enforcers attack from this spot because it's the more defensible spot in the long term. But the defense grid's gonna blow up somebody. And the thing is, I can't actually have these guys attack from anywhere other than that spot and still hit the center. So I guess that's what's happening. Sorry, and attack from the center and also provoke the defenses. So that's like a critical part of the plan.
I'm here. All that's left of me is.
All right, so you guys are just gonna have to do it from in the open, unfortunately. Or I mean, like I could come down here, but I don't know that that's actually
I
safe.
think I can do that.
We don't know where their troops are, unfortunately.
Die now.
Tactical intelligence is at your disposal.
Do we roll the exterminator up? I'm going to.
Reducing distance.
Let's just go all the way in. We're gonna give it maximum damage. Hit him with all the everything. The city is on fire.
This isn't the world I knew.
And y'all haven't gained any cicadas or anything, so just keep healing for the moment.
Whatever keeps it alive. On it.
I'm here. All that's left of me.
Alright, these two are just running east as fast as they can. We have some outposts up here that apparently, I mean, you know, if they're just going to hold themselves, I don't see anything wrong with that. Seems fine to me. Okay, focusing damage on the lowest health people. Yeah, their concern is trying to remove targets, not just shooting at whoever they would do the most damage to, right? You jolt awake to the sound of a blaring alarm. Boss, one of your underlings shouts. A mech just rose out of the ground, right outside. Shit. You bolt to the command center, mentally bracing for a blast of missile fire surely headed your way. But the base alarm cuts off as you arrive. You push past your crew to find a confusing sight. Footage of the intrusive mech just holding position. It's patrolling what looks like a buried vault with the Icar Corp logo emblazoned on the front. The door. You know this. References to a vault near your base pop up in some of the encrypted files you've been digging through. All that stands between you and it is a single mech. Of course, any hopes of blasting through the machine are dashed when your forces scan its shields. It seems nearly immune to most conventional weapons. Your crew groans in frustration, but you just slowly grin. Icar Corp has one puzzle left for you after all. So, immune to most conventional weapons, nearly, I suppose. Like, destroy the mech seems kinda off the table, right? What if we just found a way around? Also, what if we left the mech intact so that eventually we could figure out how to control it? So did that actually spawn a mech somewhere, or? I don't think so. Okay. That's fine.
I'm here.
This is pretty easy. Just keep running.
On it.
Ready for the human race.
It is a long run, I'll say that. So they should be able to cauterize this turn,
I can still fight.
which is pretty rad.
You said something.
These things, sadly, are not going to be super killable for us. we do not have a good way of dealing a huge amount of damage to them. Well, I guess getting the fire started is worthwhile. Right, and then the question is, like, does it make more sense to divert guns? We're certainly not doing a ton of damage to their headquarters. So, actually, you know what? Let me look at my headquarters. So my headquarters is missile launchers and assault rifles, same as it was with the last faction. I wonder if all of the player factions are set up like this, and then, it's other... These non-player selectable ones, like the Chiefess and whatever, have their own kind of thing going on, maybe? I think I probably want you to just stay put and keep drawing fire. You can ghost walk, but you wouldn't be able to attack this thing anyway, so you may as well just keep at the city. Yeah, there's nothing to do but keep throwing punches.
This will hurt, I promise.
And over time it's going to add up.
Ready for the human race.
So, do you attack here and do 0 casualties, or do you attack here and just do real crummy damage? Like, very seriously bad damage? If I attack for here, I can back up to the, to a cover position beforehand, at least. I don't know that makes a huge amount of difference. We probably got to try to remove the helicopters, right?
You said something.
Oh, you attacked already. Never mind.
Ready for the human race.
And then you guys, need to stay put for one more turn. You're not going to move.
Don't make me wait.
You're not going to move.
Blending in.
You're not going to move. Although... No, you're not going
I
to
will
move.
pause.
Okay, interesting that it changed targets like that.
Processing updates.
All right, engineer research is completed, which is rad. That is a dangerous amount of damage. I'll say that.
This body feels more capable.
So in this case, we could run over and try to melee these guys to death.
Dying today.
I'd like to give you one more turn of healing.
That's in reach.
On it.
We have some forces on the way in. You guys have your lasers powered. So we can do pretty good damage to this unit of hammerheads. And I think we have to withdraw the exterminator, right? Like, I think that's probably true.
You said something.
Yeah, so like we pull you to here.
This is what I was made for.
Just open fire with all the lasers on
Die now.
these guys.
Processing updates. Processing requested coordinates.
Get you out of there. Actually, that's not as out of there as I would like. I wasn't really thinking. Shoot. My kingdom for an undo. I was like, this is a safe enough move for attacking these guys, but I've left myself adjacent to the city. That's bad news.
You said something.
I am probably going to lose that unit now. That's no good.
Don't make me wait, please.
You just keep punching. You keep slowly punching a city to death. Yeah, that's a foolish,
Blending in.
foolish error there for sure. Okay, research. So we know what we want our city to be building for the next little while here. So something like access to more units to purchase for our hero is maybe compelling. Large, that's a hero unit. We don't really need more heroes. We can't afford more heroes, right? Improves diplomatic standing with ZEPHON over time. Probably not all that meaningful. It Improvements for the hollow feeder, hollow theater, not so exciting. Bonus accuracy for the headquarters, doesn't really do anything. So yeah, the Icarus satellite ability for the rogue operative is kind of fun. It's only a 3-turn cooldown. It has a significant influence cost, I guess, is the thing. But yeah, like maybe access to some more. Gosh, that Icarus satellite attack does seem awfully good, though, huh? Large splash, big attacks, 12 damage. You know what? Figure out that satellite. Get me control of a Thor satellite. We'll make some shit happen. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, I have moved this thing in a way that is certainly going to have it killed here. That was pretty cool, though. And then it does not very much damage. And it immediately dies from fire damage. That's pretty cool as well. Also cool. Thanks, friend. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Isn't the world I knew.
Having taken the damage that you've taken, now I do once again feel like it is probably time to just hang out. We can just go into heal mode.
Don't make me wait, please.
They basically just like bait the
That's in reach.
the attacks out of our enemies here.
You're going to die now.
Maybe we give the enemy city a turn off. That's a little bit of a bummer that I can't get
I could go for a walk.
more than one of them down. If I were to throw in the assassinate, it's a couple of points of bonus damage. That'll get 2 of them.
Now's the time to make my mark.
And the morale bonus is not like the fact that we're not getting the morale bonus is kind of whatever because we're not. There's nothing around to lose morale anyway.
Fine. Whatever keeps us alive.
Knew I should have stayed
All right, you
home.
guys get running. Okay, anchorite. What? Accept map exchange. Sure. Sure, I'm into it. It's good to be kind of friendly sometimes when I'm not busy and it doesn't negatively affect me in any way. I think we do probably want to produce an engineer next, and also some more enforcers. And then we can, produce more whatever later. So this thing is in a lot of trouble. Their city has 56 HP left. It's a lot to get through. And it heals for 2 on turns when we don't deal damage to it.
Counting down to 2.
That's really something, the way the way that occurs.
I'm here. All what's left of me is.
Okay, so you guys have 2 turns until you're able to scalpel. I think what we probably want to do then is...
This body feels more capable.
I like the assassin up here because it's harder for other units to jump me all of a sudden.
Coming.
Things emerging out of the trees.
I'm here. All what's
I
left of
think
me
we
is.
probably want to... If I move you to here, you're not vulnerable to retaliation from the city anymore, but... Obviously, we don't want to lose this unit, but we do want to use this unit as bait as much as is possibly effective. I'm worried that if I step to here, though, those
I'm not dying today. Yeah, all right.
those walkers are just going to reappear and slaughter me. So we might want to have this unit actually back up for a second.
I think I can do that. I'm here.
And I'm going to step you guys to here. Oh, you know what? I'm forgetting which faction I'm playing. They should absolutely have fired first. There's no reason not to do the damage.
That's in reach.
Okay.
That's in reach.
This isn't the world I knew.
We'll try to get these guys through to the Crystal Basin before we stop to heal. And I mean, we're putting some pressure on, I guess. It's not amazing. Okay, it heals for 2 points no matter what. It heals for 2 points every turn. Wow, she really takes a beating from that missile weapon.
I'm here. All that's left of me is
Alright, we got our Icarus satellite available, which is pretty funny. So, it actually does very poor damage to these enemies. 12? Am I misreading that? It's supposed to be 12 damage, ignoring 7 armor. These things sure as hell don't have 7 armor. I guess they're getting cover damage reduction. It is considered a ranged weapon, perhaps. It should be fully ignoring armor on this thing, though, right? So it's not clear to me. I guess there is, for non-large, non-flying units. Yeah, it's not clear to me why the damage against the city center isn't better than 2.6.
This lobby feels more capable.
Alright, we can hit one of our med kits, and the rest of them become available pretty quickly, in pretty quick succession here.
ready for the
We're probably going to have to do a little bit of a fallback. We definitely want our splenetics to approach to here. Let's see what this looks like. So 2.5 damage, we reckon. It's pretty fucking sad, if I'm honest. How much do we buff unit stats by when we hit them with this stuff? It's like 1 accuracy, or it's really not very much, is the important thing.
Lobby feels more capable.
We can ghost walk out of here very easily, so we can get her to safety if we're worried she's not going to survive a turn. I think we're not in that place right now.
I'm here.
I think we gotta focus damage, right? We gotta try to take out some bodies here.
You said something.
So we should be able to
You're going to die now.
do more damage than it seems like we are doing. The satellite will knock out one of them. It's a real bummer. For the cost, you would like that to be a little bit more effective, you
This
know?
lobby feels more capable.
She can just keep, for the moment, counteracting the healing of the city,
Cutting some strength.
preventing the city from just gaining HP while we're fighting it. It would be nice to be able to do more than that, obviously, but I think that's where she's at for right now. Just stay right here. Y'all also just stay right here. You take a turn of old-fashioned healing.
I'm here. All that's left of me is
And here comes a bunch of additional units. All right. I mean, we're in a position to put some pressure on. All right. What is the next thing we're gonna want? Gauntlet of Ruin, the Phase Fonstead, the Rallying Hollow Beacon. Unfortunately, it's really tough to know, you know, without having seen these things before. Okay, no, we do get tooltips. So the Gauntlet of Ruin allows you to remove terrain stuff from terrain. The phase fontaine is just a 33% damage boost? That seems like a pretty okay item. Jeez. What about Amisha's Caress? Okay, that's interesting. So a 10 turn cooldown to summon a dark vassal that lasts for 3 turns. More healing, twice as effective as a normal healing kit. Or gives you an HP improvement. And we don't actually know how expensive these items would be. So that's a little awkward. I mean, I'm kind of inclined to, go back and get something for the actual cities, right? The ability to build an additional construction yard, which, first of all, obviously, lets us spider out from the city center a little bit more, but secondly, is a place where is a source of influence. Is certainly worth something. It does, the Agillan worms we know are pretty cool. Dragoons seem fine. An ability for the Dark Vassal that spawns Shakaitrus layers, which are the things that produce those deformity troops. That's interesting. Or we could learn how to build those nice air units, provided that we go back and we research anti-grav assemblers, which might be a wise play. I don't hate that, actually. What else do we have here? Sticky form is kind of whatever. So if we wanted to get the Dark Vassal thing going, where exactly do you get Dark Vassals from anyway? I'm not sure, but it would make that piece of gear that lets you briefly summon one more interesting. It requires Canticle of Dust, which is back here. Okay, so this just produces those guys. They are, of course, an algae troop, which is not really where we're at. All right. The anti-grav assembler. Getting access to some more of those. Shoulder plates are interesting. But yeah, going back to get the anti-grav assembler and then building up some more like big metal units is definitely compelling. Having another tile that can produce units so we're pumping out more bodies, I think makes sense. So we can fall back, quickly research this, and then pick up the Chaotic Exterminator, and that way we can have 2 different tiles from that city pushing military units out, which I think will help a lot. Okay, and here's hoping your invincibility, temporary invincibility bonus is enough to keep you alive here. Because obviously we can have her fall back, but I want to bait as much of their damage out as possible before I do so. Can you apply debuffs like blinded to a city? Yeah, no, it totally took the debuff. That's actually really cool. Okay, I think let's keep pushing these things for the moment. I was gonna say we should have powered up lasers again, which is obviously great news for us. I think we're gonna have her throw a punch and then ghost walk to safety. Or she will decide that in fact it does not matter to ghost walk to safety. Why would you do that even? Okay, there we go. Hold on. I think if we move some stuff around, we should be able to get a better position for her. So how far can you get? All right, so it's perfectly safe to move here. We're not blocking anybody by moving here. We can finish this guy off, which is going to make some stuff a lot safer. And then can I ghost walk to that tile? I can't.
I'm here.
I thought for sure that I would be able to. That's really awkward. We did give the city a reduction in accuracy
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
that I sure hope is going to do what I want it to do.
You said something.
You guys are going to go ahead and hit the cauterize.
I can still fight.
Yeah, it's wild to me that she can't with +1 movement. Oh, it's because of the crippled. That's right. That's why. I couldn't figure out why she can't make it to there, but it's because of the crippled. Yeah. These are definitely real cliffs. She will not be able to get down there even if we get some vision over there. So she's kind of just in a really rough spot, and I made it rougher by moving these guys here when I thought I was going to be able to open up a space for them to move because I forgot about the debuff.
This isn't the world I knew.
All right, y'all, get over here and finally take some healing.
Whatever keeps it alive.
You can move up to there. You can, I guess, also move up. We can start making a more
The world I knew.
thorough surround. And since we know there aren't enemies here anymore, like, get a cover bonus. And then, yeah, there's multiple tiles I can move to, but none of them are not adjacent to the city. So, so that's a little worrying. Yeah. She's getting a cover bonus right now. Does it make sense to move her at all? If I move her to here, she's got cicadas, which is kind of whatever. If she survives, she has a trauma kit, and she can definitely make it out then. What I'm thinking is I might want Ghost Walk available then, but you know what? I will move her to here.
I'm here. Or what's left of me is.
We'll try to make some sense of all of this here. So we're going to want somebody to take up this position
Home today.
so that we can continue holding that angle. But we basically want to, like, get as many people in the 2 ranks around the city as possible, right? Non-lethal? Non-lethal. Yeah, wow, really non-lethal. The blindness mattered.
Dying today.
Okay. Anti-grav assembler, great news. Let's grab the Chaot exterminator. This is a good tech for us and simultaneously gets us into tier 4. And in the interim, we can build a marauder. Do we want to? Is that a thing that's worth... Oh, sorry, I have to actually build one. Right. Well, that's a... Okay. Let's worry about it in a second here. That'll be the thing that we build after we build the dude. And I guess that's what's going in this empty building slot, because we still do want this to be a research lab. We can afford to be, like, slightly negative on power for a while. Somewhere we saw a Dream Eater. Okay. It's extremely not my problem. All right. Let's keep doing some bodily harm. We are for sure going to hit this trauma kit. These tiles, they glowed red in a way that made me think something was spawning there, but it doesn't look like anything really happened. In fact, I kind of... Well, no, let's not be silly. I was going to say, I almost wonder if we could just keep her over there and have her tank some more damage, but let's withdraw her to a tile that doesn't have cicadas on it. They're very difficult to find.
Blending in.
Do some healing. And yeah, just kind of
I think I can do that.
move in and have at them. We have a lot of guns doing not a lot of damage.
I'm here. Or what's left of me is.
All right, we're offsetting the healing.
Die now.
Now we can actually start to peel the HP bar down very, very slowly.
Human race. New
It'll certainly help a lot to have the
You're going to die now.
hero back online, as well as to have
This is
one of those big floating vehicles.
Enemy!
But okay, we're getting something done. And there's not, like, the thing is, we have all the resources that we need to build lots and lots of units. We have the facilities we need to build lots and lots of units, and we don't have any particular reason not to do this, right? I'm actually going to step these guys around to this side because I want to start getting this around this way as well. And there's no reason for us to have anybody standing outside of a cover bonus, right? ZEPHON offers enough cover to us. We can get a little bit of healing going, although your cauterize is on cooldown. That's fine. You are now in a sandstorm, which is not, well, I was going to say it's not actually affecting the healing technically, but it is dealing damage to you every turn, which is kind of like affecting your healing. We probably should just keep rolling enforcers.
Counting down to the kill.
Is there, like, there's not a lot of good places to stand, unfortunately. Okay, we have a powered up laser from these guys.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
The lasers are cycling. We're getting a real attack, you know, every so often here. There's nothing we can really do about that. It's just like, that's the nature of our units.
I hope this hurts. You said something. You're going to die now.
It is going to take some turns. Some turns at this rate is what I would say. You know, honestly, though, like, we're healing 3.6 if we stay put. And the sandstorm's only dealing 1 damage, right? Yeah, it's not even worth it to move, I think. I think moving will disrupt our healing more than it is worth.
Fine. Whatever keeps us alive.
Alright, a lot of you just want to stand still and wait for your guns to cool down. All these outposts we took are remaining ours, in no small part because we, you know, made friends. 2 turns until we can run exterminators. Although we can't start building the assembler until... Geez, it's going to take 7 turns to construct? That's a real bummer. Well, get it in the queue. That is what's happening. Fallen Soldier has signed a peace treaty with ZEPHON. That's interesting. Hopefully it does not suggest anything about our future with the Fallen Soldier.
You're going to die now. You said something.
I do wish that I could overlap the attack animations a little bit here because they're kind of long and we do have a lot of guns that we want to fire at the city every turn. No reason not to be firing these on cooldown, just enhancing our
Blending in.
I'm not dying today.
enhancing our healing. You're continuing to heal at a reasonable rate. You guys are continuing to approach. Please do not approach via the bleed.
I'm on the clock.
Okay, and so now we got to make a decision here. I mean, if we're looking to continue doing a lot of research work, settling in the middle of this city over here with the watchtower nearby and the basin nearby, I think is pretty good. The question is, like, do you put down on this tile and grab this tile immediately plus 10% research inside city, or do you put down here so you're a little closer to the basin and you get this in the second row of tiles? Because, like, we can't build on this, right? It has 0 building slots. So, I don't know. It takes long enough for a city to develop to that point, to the point where that would be a problem. Like, by the time you are
Putting irons in the fire.
building out on 5 of your tiles, then we can probably, we will have construction yards running by then. I am forgetting to fire my Icarus satellites. I did endeavor. I did decide not to buy. Yeah, I didn't buy access to. Is there more stuff here than there used to be? I don't know. I did decide not to buy access to the fancier the fancier market items, though. So this is really the best thing for us to spend our focus on. And you know, hacking this thing down, like, this is better than another unit's body, better than another unit's gun.
For the human race.
Okay, you guys are good. You guys are good.
Don't make me wait.
Most of you don't really need to do anything. The blind is coming off, so we're going to see their city's guns go back to a real damage level. And that's a little bit of a shame. But, you know, we still do have cover everywhere and everything. That's helpful, certainly. Is the anchorite going to keep these neutrals away from my outpost? I'm not reading the text. I apologize. I should be reading the text because there is an awful lot of it. Okay, what else can we pick up here? Modifier for a bunch of augments. Oh, for the a reduction to the influence cost for all of the temporary buffs we can buy is what that is. We don't really need more growth. Minus research cost for human, cyber, and voice technologies that are not of your affinity. That's kind of an interesting way to go. Reaver immigration is, yeah, we just, because we kind of have an idea of what we're building in a lot of our places already, it doesn't super make sense for us to buy stuff we would have to build, right? Combat drones is kind of interesting though, but like maybe we pick up Reaver immigration and then combat drones, because by, you know, it's going to take us enough time to get
room for improvement.
What's up? Okay, I don't care if Zephon's angry at me. You know, by the time we can actually get a chaotic exterminator out, hopefully we will have that tech settled.
Amity
Rashid,
demands
what's
it.
up? Accept map exchange. Yeah, I'm into it.
Whisper me sweet nothings.
How we feeling about an alliance at this point?
Safer to say no.
Lack of affection for you. Okay. Offer gift. We don't want to give them a huge amount of stuff, but just like a little something. Maybe just to prod them, because like I'm trying to think ahead. We're going to be negative on power for a little while probably, and I do want to be careful about how much I drop, but I do want to generate some affection. I would love to end up in a proper alliance, right? He's feeling ambivalent right now, and that is not acceptable to me. Let's try a small gift. Okay, generous, cool. And we'll come back for that, you know, that other thing, hopefully soon. Hopefully. Okay, I think if we move, so let's see here. I might just have you stay put. You'll survive one more hit, right? Yeah, they were taking like 4.2.
I'm here. All that's left of me is...
I guess what we can do is we can move these enforcers to here.
This is what I was made for.
Oh, this is a stronghold.
Thing is safe anymore.
Or not a stronghold, but an outpost. It's inside his city, but it's still an outpost.
Yeah, got
What
it.
we can do here is try to
Get him.
try to free up a little bit more space to work from.
This body feels more capable.
So you can
That's in reach.
maintain your thing, and then these guys can run around to here,
This is what I was made for.
and that should let y'all move up into attack position and maintain cover.
I hope this hurts.
There's no reason anybody has to stand out in the cold,
You're going to die now.
except soon there will be, because we are actually occupying all of the cover tiles now.
This body feels more.
All right, she's getting there. She's almost in position to run back in. You're almost in position to run in. And we got plans running everywhere. Yeah, execute that queued move order. Just walk around the bleed, please. Settling the city is just going to be, it's a matter of, okay, influence and metals, which we are more than fine on.
You said something. Don't make
I have to say, I was pretty excited when I saw the meat tree, the meat harvest thing. It's like every 10 turns, you just get to drop a bunch of free food on your cities, or drop a bunch of free growth on your cities. But actually, it turns out not to be all that meaningful. It's actually pretty hard to have a city build up its buildings faster than its ability to staff them. Oh, we lost our recycling tanks. That's a shame. Okay, this turn you can cauterize, and so keep drawing fire.
Shooting!
I mean, it feels to me like dude is in some serious trouble, right?
This is what I was made for. This is what
We are not feeling especially powerful here, but we are getting the job done. Without question, we are getting the job done. I think it's time to... We are getting the job done, she says, halfway through the enemy's HP bar. You know, I mean, but it's not nothing, right? It's not nothing. Let's press.
I could go for a walk.
Let's push it. Let's put a little bit of aggression on it.
This will hurt. I promise.
We're gonna have to figure out a way to reposition here so as to let these other splenetics in adjacent, probably into that slot. Whatever, we'll work it out. All right, y'all just keep running, and
you said something.
then I gotta tell everybody one by one. Oh, you guys didn't even attack. Hold on.
This is what I was made for.
This is why we don't just hit end turn, because I do need to actually make sure that I manage to spend everybody's attack.
Don't
Okay, those guys are all good. We're all good. Finally produced another unit.
I've been made.
Okay, managed to produce multiple units in one turn,
Counting down.
very aggressively. An alien intelligence. Your guards grudgingly allow a slight figure to approach. He's a data historian by the name of Landon Graham, who's documenting the fall of Earth, he says, for the hereafter. One of the Akron settlement vessels, Azad, crash-landed nearby, and his research among the ship's survivors has uncovered something unusual, that it contains a vault packed with their race's folktales and stories. The Akron consider it a grave site and taboo, but he asks if you'll guide him there so he can access the vault. In return, he promises he'll give you a copy of the data in case it's of any use. In case it's of any use. That's... You know what I don't have time for right now is an escort. And it's entirely possible that this won't be very compelling, whatever we get from it. I might tell him that we're busy. We're pretty busy. Knowledge is valuable, but folktales and stories, you won't spill blood over fiction. Landon's face twists into a scowl when you reject him. He leaves swiftly, the dust trail from his transport speeding towards your nearest rival's camp. Days later, you hear of his death at the hands of the Akron. Your scouts bring you a message from the Anchorite, the oldest and most esteemed Akron. It reads, "Why steal what can be shared? Your restraint earned our gratitude." Okay, seems you've gained something more valuable than folktales today. So all of a sudden he's got, like, mad defenses. From out of nowhere, he has generated a huge amount of additional danger. I think what we probably want to do here is have the heirloom assassin attack this space. So I don't love having people stand in the bleed. How do we want to deal with this? How do we want to deal with this?
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore. It's better than just sitting here.
You're ready to move up. Like, we gotta flush this guy, right? We can get 6 damage off. You blow up a hammerhead with the satellite. I mean, this is where it's doing the most damage. Okay.
You said something.
Then I kind of think... Yeah, you can't attack him from that tile. So what we're going to do here is
This is what I was
attack from this tile with these guys.
made. I'm here.
Step you into the open. Step you back.
Stayed home today.
Step you into this tile.
Shaking off the rust.
fire the evasion processor,
Touch me.
and also the assassinate.
Now's the time to make my mark.
To do as much damage as we possibly can.
This isn't the world I knew. We'll make it through.
The splenetics step up and do as much damage to this thing as possible.
Ready for the human race.
Alright. We're really gonna focus in.
You're going to
We're not
die
gonna get it this turn, but we're going to we're gonna deal some pretty decent damage.
I'm here.
Okay, you're not going to be able to hit that thing at all. You can fall back and cut some health off of these hammerheads. Cut one gun off of the hammerheads for sure.
You're going to die now.
That's worthwhile. Man, I didn't really look at these all that closely before. These are really something. Like, I love the way that they're sort of like this alien force rebuilding things out of our toys. The vibe is really cool. Because that definitely has a has a non-human look to it.
This is what I was
Alright,
made
you can
for.
just deal some damage to the city, counter most of the
Ready
regen,
for the human race.
and then you guys are
Don't
good.
make me wait, please.
You guys are running almost home. And the build continues. Yeah, this was inconvenient and annoying. They're really trying hard. But the defensive buff we gave her was significant. Anchorite, what is it? Help us rebuild. They would love a trade agreement. Here's the thing. I'm so worried that trying to get a, like, they're friendly, and I want them to be friendly, but they're at war with Rashid, and I worry that making a trade agreement here is going to put us back in that position we were in before, where Rashid immediately asks us to break it, and then we either have to disappoint him or break a recently made agreement, and I'm just going to reject. For this reason. Standing with the Anchorite was reduced, because he doesn't care for that. I get it, I understand. We're going to Candle of Glory these guys. And then, since I'm not damaged, this turn I actually can, or since I'm not debuffed,
Cutting some
I actually
strings.
can throw a big punch here, and then I don't even have to Ghost Rock. I can just make it to here
Shaking off the rust.
on my normal movement, which is good.
This isn't the world I knew.
The Splenetics sadly can't get to this tile, which is what I really want them to do.
Okay. Open fire!
I mean, this thing's not getting away. Just the important critical part of this is this thing's not getting away. Although it does look like we're probably losing our Splenetics over it.
I'm not dying today.
You would do not quite lethal. It's probably better we have these guys focus on the choppers right now.
Shooting.
I'm here. Well, what's left of them.
I think we're going to have to hit
That's
this guy with 2 shots from low power lasers. Right, that's the only way this goes.
I'm here. Well, what's left of this.
Right, are you guys lethal now?
I
Yes.
hope this hurts.
Okay, excellent. That's actually a lot of XP.
Scavenge them for spare parts.
It's a lot of XP for a lot of people, no less. Alright, definitely taking the last level of Assassinate. You guys, I think, are good.
Make me wait, please.
Oh, really? Can you not get into... Well, that's fine. I do think we're probably remaining focused on the ranged units, or on their units rather than their... Yeah.
I hope this hurts.
Let's knock this out. We'll worry about survival and taking the city afterward.
I'm here. Or what's left
It's
of me.
important to be able to manage the incoming damage.
This is what I was made for.
All right, overall, I'm pretty pleased with the way that went. That could have been a lot worse. And then you guys are
Don't
good.
make me wait, please.
Okay, we have reached the location.
Let's build something right here.
Okay, so we do still have to perform the acquire tile action on this, and it's not really a valuable thing to do just yet. This is a forest with a research bonus. So that would seem to be the thing to grab first, and then maybe this. Once we have the, once we have some research, the plus 10% research gets a lot more interesting. All right, let's see what happens. Splenetics are on fire and unfortunately out in the open, so they may well... Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Okay, they survived though, which I'm a little surprised by. Reaver immigration is good. Combat drones next, please. You can... Yeah, no cicadas here. We can just take a second to heal.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
Let's get these splenetics in close. I would like to... There's definitely a part of me that wants to be like, hey, let's just keep the video running until we actually take String Station down. But I am definitely worried that this is going to be like another 10 turns. I mean, we're doing damage pretty quickly.
That's in reach. You're going to die now. I think I
Let's
can
get you into some cover.
I hope this hurts.
At this point, we have enough guns around the city that the damage output's pretty real. Let's refill our number of guns in this unit instead of shooting this turn. You get to deal full damage with 4 guns. These guys... I didn't actually leave them...
The world I knew.
Okay, here we go. This is our way to get out. They need to
Knew I should have stayed home today.
be allowed to flee. Although I don't... I guess it's like if you go this way, if you survive 1 turn of bleed, and we're still on fire. Maybe I just hold position until healed, actually.
Don't make me wait.
I don't think I can get them out. But I do think that I
I
can
should have stayed home today.
keep the enemies focused on them for a little while. I think I'm going to stop building enforcers for a minute here. I know I was all excited about, like, look, we can pump out even more units per turn, but I don't actually think it's necessary. We have an army, and I don't know what we're going to do with them after we take this down. My guess is we'll just roll up on the next enemy, right? Okay. I was pretty sure they were going to die. I didn't want to do anything with them that was going to cause them to die before this thing had a chance to fire, because I did want them to at the very least eat that last strike. So this turn you have 15 HP left.
Or what's left of me.
Is this gonna be the turn? We have a full damage attack here. You guys can step up like that. We still have 1 splenetic. We have the satellite. I don't think it's this turn. I think it's next turn. Well, actually, what are we at? 3? You are damage reduced. But no, I think we got it.
Never see me coming.
And I'm intentionally not answering the call from Rashid until after we get it, in case he was going to be like, hey, ZEPHON just bribed me into asking you to stop killing him. Okay, unlikely outcome. A delicate string of improbable events have led us here. Easily broken. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to try to voice perform the sound of a computer breaking down. You've seen enough sci-fi movies. You know what's going on here. ZEPHON is regrouping. Okay, that's interesting. So it doesn't actually completely remove them from the game. It did cause me to declare war on Cyrus. They must have gotten an alliance or something going on the final turn. I knew there would be consequences. Ooh, our high standing had a major impact on this decision. You want to give me a gift? Sure. Trying to buy favor? Well, don't worry. It's up for sale. That works. Offer me something more reliable. What are we talking about? Just a fair amount of resources. And if we reject it, it's not like a keep your stuff, let's continue working together. It's explicitly insulting. Although I guess actually the accepting gift text, I think this maybe is just an artifact of our faction. All of the text is kind of insulting.
You have a poet's soul.
And our standing with Rashid has increased because he doesn't care for Cyrus. It seems a just war. I hope you're taking care here of the children. Do we have children in our... I think my thing is mostly executives. But okay, I'm like, we can be at war with Green. I don't know how you win this game. I'm assuming killing everybody who you're not allied with would probably do it. Right? So...
You said something. Knew I should have...
I guess let's range south a little bit and see what that looks like.
Knew I should have stayed home today.
We haven't actually seen any of Green's units, I don't believe.
In reach.
Also, destroying that city while we were standing in the outpost was good, because that gets us control of the outpost instantly, which is cool.
No such thing as safe anymore.
You guys may as well just follow them down. It was cool to have our hero actually, in the end, succeed at punching the city to death. That was pretty cool. Okay, you guys have moved already. All right. We've made our first like major step toward victory. I'm feeling okay about it. Both of our cities are doing things that seem important. We have reasonable resource incomes, and we're working toward developing, at the very least, more science. Oh, Shilling needs more housing. 11 of 12 population. Okay. We discovered the Hymn of Decay. Okay, so this is just an effect that gets cast on the map. Okay. All right. Well, I think this is probably a pretty good spot to call it for the day. That's progress. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. It is a very incremental. It does feel like it takes a long time to get going, but we are getting going. So I'm just going to push Green. Like, Green's got a city. Let's go take that over. Next turn, we'll have our anti-grav assembler finished, and we can start building Chayot exterminators with proper combat drones in them and everything, and that will be another layer of pressure that we can lay down. Fast moving units to catch up to our already advancing front. And I guess we will just keep going in that fashion until somebody makes us stop. The old-fashioned way, with violence. So come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.